Thanks for tuning in. And we have some breaking news out of Ottawa this morning. Stats Canada says the economy posted its steepest decline on record in the second quarter as the pandemic forced the closure of non-essential businesses, slowing the economy to a crawl. The agency says the GDP fell by an annualized rate of 38.7% for the three-month period. Now, that is a bit lower than what economists had expected. Shutdowns of non-essential businesses, restrictions on travel and tourism, and border closures were all factors in the decline. Household spending also fell by 13.1%. For more, joining me now from Ottawa is Don Drummond. He's an economist and professor at Queen's University and the former chief economist at TD Bank. Don, good to have you on this morning as we address this breaking news. So, first of all, for those who don't fully understand what the numbers mean, tell us what they mean.
Well, first of all, we have to establish the time period. Of course, the second quarter, as everybody knows, is April, May, and June. So it's a little bit ancient history, not terribly ancient. And we already did know some of the monthly numbers. Statistics Canada, I don't know how they continue to put out not only the regular data, but they're actually going above and beyond what they normally do. So they've been giving us advanced estimates of some of the months. So we already knew the monthly profile. So in a sense, it's just adding that up. The big declines occurred in March and April. So if there's a silver lining here is that the worst of it is a way back, a little bit back. And we've actually had increases, albeit modest, in output in May and June. And Statistics Canada has given a very preliminary estimate in July, and it looks like output increased again in July. Of course, we're nowhere near back to what we were before the virus hit, but it is of some comfort that the deepest hits did occur in March and April a few months back.
So that's good to know that there is a bit of a silver lining there. Household spending fell by 13.1%, but we really shouldn't be surprised by that, should we?
Well, normally when you get a big change in the gross domestic product, the country's output, it tends to be skewed positively or negative in one particular category. But I guess it's not surprising when you see with your eyes what's happening in the economy. This just devastated everything. Consumption's down, business investment is down, as you noted in the introduction. Immigration is down. It's really affected every single aspect of life. Although there are amazing pockets of resilience. Anybody who's tried to buy some lumber or some sandpaper, a paintbrush, knows that things like home renovation have showed a remarkable resilience. Even the housing market in most centers is coming back and is actually quite strong in some centers. So where there is a way for people to participate in the economy, they seem to be willing and in many cases able to do it. So where we're going to go is largely going to be dictated by what happens with the virus. If it is quiet, the economy will probably come back. But of course, we have a lot of tests to pass on that front before we're safe.
You know, Don, when we talk about that, are there some businesses or sectors that have been damaged almost beyond repair at this point?
Well, certainly airlines comes to mind. We know their volumes are down. We've seen the surveys of people and their attitude towards traveling, like no thanks, not for a long time. Of course, restaurants have been really hit very hard, bars, the tourism industry. The timing couldn't possibly have been worse. They make the bulk of their income in the late spring and the summer and the early fall, and that's the time that they couldn't get it. These are industries that don't have deep pockets of capital they can rely upon. They need that annual flow. So with the business assistance we've actually seen a decline in the number of official and legal claims for bankruptcies, but I hate to say it, but that is still going to come as the supports fade away over time, because a lot of businesses just can't go 6 months without any substantial revenue, and unfortunately a lot of their costs do continue.
Yeah, we're not out of the woods yet. Don Drummond, always good to have you on. Don's an economist and professor at Queen's University and the former chief economist at TD Bank. Thanks again.
Thank you. Bye.